I just need more willpower. I'm too weak to stick to a diet. Everyone else can do it. What's wrong with me? I always fail. Maybe I'm just not meant to be fit. If you ever had these thoughts after a diet attempt, you're not alone. But more importantly, you are not correct. What you've interpreted as a personal failure is actually your body doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Diet failure isn't a character flaw, isn't about willpower, discipline, or moral strength. It's about biology. When you reduce calories below what your body needs to maintain weight, you trigger powerful survival mechanisms that have kept humans alive through countless famines. Your body doesn't know you are voluntarily dieting, it only knows that receiving less energy than it needs, and it responds accordingly. Think about that for a moment. Every diet failure you've experienced was actually your body's survival systems working perfectly. Those intense food cravings, that's not greed. That's your body releasing hormones to drive you towards food. That inability to focus, that's not laziness. It's your body conserving energy for survival. And those late night binges, that's not lack of willpower, it's your body's response to perceived starvation. Now, let's take a look at the three phases of diet fatigue. Let's start with the first one, increased hunger. Your body is like a sophisticated alarm system. When calories drop too low, your formerly satisfying meals suddenly feel insufficient. You start to fixate on the next meal. Food commercials become nearly irresistible, and every snack in the office calls your name. Now let's take a look at the second phase of diet fatigue, mental and physical exhaustion. Your body starts an energy conservation program. Basic decisions become challenging, stairs feel like climbing mountains, work meetings feel impossibly long, and the cherry on top of all that, your usual workout feels like running a marathon. And the last one, sleep disruption. Your body keeps you on high alert. You lie awake thinking about food, sleep becomes restless, you wake up earlier than usual, and rest becomes less refreshing. Now, let's talk about the biology behind the struggle. Here's what's really happened to your body during a diet. Hunger hormones increase dramatically. Stress hormones rise to keep you alert. Your brain becomes hyper-aware of food cues. Sleep patterns alter to keep you searching for food. This isn't failure, it's your body's perfectly tuned survival response doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. Diet fatigue isn't something that hits you suddenly, it's more like a slowly rising tide. Here's what you need to understand. It builds up gradually over days, weeks, or months while you are in a caloric deficit. The severity increases the longer you maintain the deficit. Each person's timeline and symptoms may vary, but the progression is inevitable. You can't beat diet fatigue, you can only manage it. This is a crucial point. You can't win a battle against diet fatigue. The goal isn't to power through it or resist it, that's like holding your breath indefinitely. Instead, the key is recognizing its progression and managing your diet before the symptoms become too severe. Once you understand that diet fatigue is a biological response instead of a personal failing, everything shifts. Those times you gave in to cravings, that was your body's survival system working. The afternoon you couldn't resist office snacks, your biology doing its work. The late night refrigerator raids, a normal response to restricted eating. You haven't been failing at diets. You've been experiencing the predictable and normal consequences of caloric restriction. The problem isn't your willpower, it's trying to fight fundamental biological responses without understanding them. Tomorrow, we'll explore how to work with these biological responses instead of fighting them. Because sustainable weight loss isn't about having superhuman willpower, it's about understanding your body's natural responses and creating strategies to work with them and not against them.